Yeah, I've been killing all the Hanses. I mean, I'm done with them, all three of them. So I suppose I should have seen you earlier anyway. There we go. Coin to pay the knights. Where does it come from? That's interesting. I think I've said already. I've been around and a lot of people seem to have complaints against these errant knights and their stipends. These knights seem to be not very good at protecting the duchy. At least that's what I'm hearing.
Can't help but be curious, but where do the funds for those payments come from?
The ducal treasury, of course. Her illustrious highness Anna Henrietta assigns great value to bravery and selfless patriotism. It is her standing order that any knight may receive a wage. Pardon me. Financial compensation for his dedication to defending the duchy's internal security and order.
Yeah, so there's a big difference between having a wage you can sit on, right? And, for example, being paid per performance, like Geralt does. If you have a wage, you can allow yourself to do nothing if somebody doesn't check on you. But did Anna Henrietta start this? I don't get it. Or has it been a custom since, I don't know, Adela Marta's time to just say anything? Because if this is Anna Henrietta's doing, it's pretty telling. For example, if Anna Henrietta is not really liked by the people, or because of the Sienna thing, she feels a bit illegitimate on her seat, she might want to surround herself with very loyal people. And one thing you can do to obtain loyalty is paying them, and also keep away anybody who questions you or your authority. But I don't know, I'm not giving a judgment on Anna Henrietta, because there are things that don't add up, especially with her character, because she seems to be a good woman at the end of the day. Also, it's implied that this is a wage, not an annuity by title. So it's like these knights are being treated as police officers, and they're not performing. Technically, the people say they're not performing, right? It's not like they have money because of their title. Also, the money comes from the treasury, right? So, is that taxpayers' money? Well, and if you notice, all of this can actually be tied up with the whole beast thing in a very neat way, because, well, I wonder if this is not to target Anna Henrietta specifically at this point. I remember her saying something the first time we met about an event with Milton and the other knights, but I should go back and rewatch it because I don't remember. I'm not interested in Gwent.
Wouldn't mind a glance at your books. Ones you're willing to sell, that is. Well, see you later.
Go in peace, fair knight. Too much out again.
How many contracts have I picked up? Exactly. So, he gave them all to me at once. They are the same contracts that I find on notice boards. I don't know, but what is this? Camerlengo's report on the liberation of Fox Hollow. Can I even read that without you going nuts on me? Report on knight errantry activities in the Duchy of Toussaint. The village of Fox Hollow, one of the larger settlements within the Gorgon foothills. I have liberated it, by the way. Again? Is henceforth deemed fit for public use. Yes, having been cleansed of all vandagilders, colloquial term for criminals plying the plunder trade, through the armed intervention of a resident of Rivia. Well, I'm not technically a resident of Rivia. Named Geralt. So this Fox Hollow thing, it's about you, Geralt. A monster exterminator by trade. All indications suggest the deceased were associated with the Huns, led by a certain lost half-breed that is now dead, which has been conducting operations of a looting and pillaging nature in the area. Okay, I've been paid. Okay, so this is something else I've done. Yeah, Philibert for fingers. There's more? I can't see anything. Catherine Estate, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, well, that was all the stuff I have done, written down. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, let's keep going on. So no captain of the guard. I think we're just going to Regis, because I need to go back on track of the main quest. I mean, I have to. We need to proceed and push it on a little bit. Please, no, don't attack me. So, we're going to Regis finally. Yeah, I remember him being around here. So, I just woke up, I rested at Corvo Bianco, and then I had a quest update for Belgard Wine Wars, and I had to go to Matilda and the other guy, I don't remember his name. Entrance. Okay. Thank you, game. Yeah, I wish I was actually getting to the entrance of the cemetery, like the proper one. I suppose it's that one. Or this one. I don't know. Anyway, I had to... They had a surprise, whatever, for Geralt, and for services rendered, I chose the name White Wolf. I don't know, it didn't make sense as a thing. I hope it's a white wine, right? At least. Because the other two names just didn't have an appeal. So, I have been around also a little bit more, and I had a quest with the Papillon in which he defines Anna Henrietta fickle, right? And then he backtracks on it. And in another question mark, I found another person that has been kicked out of Kurt, this time for having an opinion on supposedly very prestigious elite wine. So somebody else went to Anna Henrietta and told her about this guy, and she just dismissed him. I don't know if there was a discussion or what, but that's also weird. I don't know, maybe it's not weird, maybe it's just... maybe she's changeable. Also, the Wine Wars quest, I basically completed it automatically because I had done almost all the question marks that I needed to do for those quests, because I'm not used another entrance to have question marks being a thing for quests. I thought they were just random events, but yeah, I finished the whole quest instantly because I was done with it. Basically, I've done the stuff for the quest before having the quest. Like always, don't.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Seriously, Geralt, what did you expect? Yeah, I know, cliché, but I think it makes sense. Anyway, I was saying, Geralt, that I always do things in the wrong order, so I'm not surprised at how I did the wine wars. Wait, what's this? Do I have to get in? That. Oh. Well. I guess there's no getting out of here now. I don't know. Well.
Decaying bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave.
Alright.
Kikimores. Victuals aplenty around here.
Maybe I wasn't meant to be here. But, I mean... Hey! Don't stun lock me! Get away from me! I mean, she didn't stun lock me, she cornered me, sorry. Show me what you got. My god, Geralt! What's wrong with you today? I hope this is not one of those days, Geralt. I was saying, it shouldn't be a surprise that I'm doing this the wrong way and that I'm not supposed to be here, but I am here nonetheless. Just accept it. That's how I do things. Not in the right order, apparently. Just like I did with the wine wars. Because in main game, the question marks were irrelevant to quests, mostly. But I've noticed that in Hearts of Stone and in this DLC, they may be connected to quests. What's that? Oh! Oh, alright, well, I suppose we have to burn them. Look, Kiki's S'mores. Oh my god.
Some stench.
Really, Geralt? Whoa, 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 hello there. Geralt, can you be responsive? She fell a bit, he, she, whatever. I've noticed something, by the way. as you've seen now, I have been incinerating this creature and hitting it with the sword. But I've noticed, I'll always forget about it, but I've noticed it if you don't, like if you incinerate somebody or some monster and you don't hit them, you just stay away, they burn more quickly and die sooner, because whenever you hit them with the sword, the burning effect kinda goes away, which is counterintuitive a bit. I've just noticed this. If I don't know, maybe you noticed too. It's a bit strange. Well, I suppose there's gonna be an exit from this, so whatever, we are going on. No problem. Yeah, well... Wait. I don't think I can touch that, because it's not yellow. Or red. Am I gonna have a boss? Is this actually a dungeon? Well, we're gonna have a dungeon, and we're just going to postpone meeting Regis. Again, I suppose. Whoa. Look at that. That doesn't look ominous at all, does it? Yeah, well, I can sell that stuff. Can I? Robbing graves. Well, why not? Yeah, I don't suppose I'm gonna get that. I don't think I can trigger that. Whoa. No, Geralt. Oh yeah, that is an illusion. That wall is wobbly.
Nahalane's eye. Ought to use it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just that. Interesting. Am I gonna have a race surprise? This is just a tomb. A very pretty one, but... Mm-mm. As soon as I touch it, I'm gonna get a raise, ain't I? A knight's oath? Here rests Sir Ramon of Gijón. On my grave, you will not find the likeness of the man who once lived. I gave my heart, soul and body to the knightly craft, and I wish to be remembered as a knight. The symbol of chivalry is a naked sword, and that symbol rests above me, the sword that defended my honor, my friends and my heart, the sword that was closer to me than a brother, the sword that was never stained by the blood of an innocent man. Let it rest on this stone through the ages. Yeah, as soon as I'm gonna grab it, hell is gonna get loose. Casus Federis. Why was this tomb hidden behind an illusion? Well, nothing happened. It's a good sword. Not good enough for me, but I wish I could put it back at this point, but nothing happened when I picked it, so doesn't matter. my. What? Oh god, what is gonna happen?
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind, though we did not meet so I could prove how very original I am.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants.
Does it?
If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
What? Ah, it's the head.
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands.
He let me keep it.
Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
Finally, that hand comes into play. You can sniff him now? Getting a high right now? Finally, somebody's noticing that ring.
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Good. You don't seem to want to be cooperative, though, which I understand. Yeah, the ring. Oh my god, I've been wanting to investigate that ring since when I found it.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
That's noble. I see it worked. Anyway, I know that vampires were not born here. They supposedly come from somewhere else. They happen to be here because of the conjunction of the spheres. And they, in this universe, I've read this in game, right? They don't really need to drink blood, but drinking blood for them is like us human getting high on wine. Like they don't need it to survive, from what I understand, which is not something I appreciate, because I like the fact that vampires have to slaughter humans to survive. It is why they are so compelling, in my opinion. But here, this is not the case. So, can't you just summon Detlef? Because Detlef is gonna come. Well, maybe to Regis, yes, but I don't suppose Regis would betray him.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy of Kermoran, tattered, nearly disintegrated.
I see.
But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends.
How
Thus,
lucky.
I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
So Geralt doesn't remember, but we did something quite similar to this, if not the same, with the death mold in Witcher 2, with the corpse of one of the other Witchers that was accompanying Leto. I don't remember, or with the body of somebody. No, I think it was a Witcher that was accompanying Leto. Anyway, this makes perfect sense. It's a little bit of a stretch that you can do it only with one part of the body, because one thinks you would need probably the head or the brain to do this kind of stuff, at least. But it's okay. I expected it to work a little bit different. Like, I wasn't exactly expecting Regis to sniff Dettlaff out, but I was thinking more like along that line. Can't you just summon Dettlaff? I don't think so.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava.
You mean
An
Gunther?
exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Seriously, you mean Gunther? I know him. No problem. Is this for real? I thought about Gunther, but is it real? He's really referring to Gunther, or am I just dreaming about seeing him again? Because I adore Gunther, really. Doesn't bother me.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago.
You know that?
With a kobold's eyes.
Kobold?
Creatures are sentient. Better not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Wouldn't it be cool if it became nice, like the Addams family's hand? Oh yeah, this is also not at all cliché, isn't it? I think I like the cheesiness surrounding these vampires, though. It's also cliché.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so Perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
No drinks for me, need a nap instead? Yeah, come on, let's drink. I mean, I don't suppose I shouldn't be trusting this guy, even though I or Nightly Girl doesn't know him.